Claudette Ortiz, known for her powerful vocals as part of the R&B group City High, has recently come forward with a harrowing revelation about her former bandmate Robbie Pardlo. In a candid and emotional interview, Ortiz disclosed dark and unsettling details about the abuse and addiction issues that plagued Pardlo during their time together in the music industry. Let's delve deeper into the untold story behind City High's disbandment. City High Trio. City High was an American R&B/hip-hop trio that emerged in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The group consisted of Ryan Toby, Robbie Pardlo, and Claudette Ortiz, each bringing a unique talent and energy to the ensemble. The formation and rise of City High were marked by a combination of serendipitous meetings, individual ambitions, and the guiding hand of established music industry professionals. The origins of City High began with Robbie Pardlo, who initially embarked on his music career as a solo artist. Pardlo's talent caught the attention of producers, but it soon became evident that there was potential for a broader collaboration. Enter Ryan Toby, a friend of Pardlo's and a gifted singer and songwriter in his own right. Toby had already made a name for himself at a young age by co-writing the song Joyful, Joyful for the film Sister Act 2.
Lord, we adore thee.
Back in the Habit, in which he also performed. The producers saw the potential in Toby and Pardlo working together and decided to form a duo rather than pursuing Pardlo's solo career. This decision set the stage for what would become City High. The duo began collaborating and crafting songs, quickly developing a promising synergy. The turning point for the group came when they had the opportunity to perform for Wyclef Jean, a prominent figure in the music industry known for his work with the Fugees and his solo career. Wyclef was impressed by their talent and potential and decided to sign them to his Booger Basement recording label, a subsidiary of Interscope Records. This endorsement provided the duo with a significant platform and resources to develop their music further. As work on their debut album progressed, the dynamic of the group shifted. To stand out in the music scene, especially under Wyclef Jean's Booger Basement label, the producers decided to add a female member to the mix. Claudette Ortiz was chosen for her exceptional vocal abilities and stage presence. Ortiz's addition brought a new dimension to the group, transforming City High from a duo into a trio.
Not by my side. I feel like half of me is no longer.
This not only diversified their sound, but also added a visual and vocal harmony that enriched their performances. One of the defining characteristics of City High was their approach to songwriting. All three members were actively involved in writing their songs, ensuring that their music was a true reflection of their collective experiences and perspectives. The trio focused on creating lyrics that told compelling stories, a concept that Ryan Toby particularly championed. He drew inspiration from country music, a genre known for its narrative-driven songs. This influence helped shape City High's unique lyrical style, which stood out in the R&B and hip-hop genres. The authenticity of their lyrics was further enhanced by the fact that many of their songs were based on real-life experiences. This was most evident in their hit single, What Would You Do?, which tackled issues like poverty and prostitution. The song's raw and honest portrayal of such themes resonated deeply with audiences, allowing listeners to connect with the music on a personal level. The storytelling aspect of their lyrics was not just a creative choice, but a reflection of the trio's desire to address real and often difficult topics through their music. City High's debut album, released in 2001, captured their storytelling approach and diverse musical influences. City High's ascent to fame in the early 2000s is a notable chapter in the history of R&B and hip-hop. Their biggest hit, What Would You Do?, produced by Wyclef Jean, played a crucial role in defining their career and solidifying their place in music history. This single, along with their subsequent releases from their self-titled debut album, captured the attention of audiences and earned them significant acclaim, including a Grammy nomination. In 2001, City High released What Would You Do? As the lead single from their debut album. The song had been recorded 2 years earlier and was featured in the comedy drama film Life*, giving it an initial boost in exposure. The track's poignant lyrics, addressing issues such as poverty and prostitution, resonated with listeners and highlighted the group's commitment to storytelling and social commentary. The success of What Would You Do? Was boosted by its heavy rotation on MTV, where its powerful music video helped convey the song's message. The video depicted the harsh realities of the characters' lives, providing a visual narrative that complemented the song's lyrics. The track became a staple on MTV and other music video channels, significantly enhancing City High's visibility. The song's impact was further recognized when it earned City High a nomination for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group at the 44th Annual Grammy Awards. This nomination was a significant achievement for a new group and underscored the industry's acknowledgement of their talent and the song's powerful message. Following the success of What Would You Do?, City High released their second single, Caramel, which featured rapper Eve. The single showcased a different side of the group, focusing on themes of love and attraction with a smooth, catchy melody. Caramel peaked within the top 20 on the US Billboard Hot 100, further cementing City High's status in the music industry. The collaboration with Eve also brought an added layer of star power and appeal, attracting a broader audience. The third and final single from their debut album was City High Anthem. While it did not achieve the same level of commercial success as the previous singles, it reinforced the group's identity and their commitment to producing music with meaningful lyrics and strong narratives. Their sole studio album, City High*, received positive reviews for its blend of R&B, hip-hop, and socially conscious themes.
Anything I want, I got it. 5 around now.
The album's success was reflected in its certification as gold by the Recording Industry Association of America, signifying over 500,000 units sold. This milestone was a significant achievement for the group, especially considering it was their debut effort. Despite their promising start and the critical and commercial success of their debut album, City High disbanded shortly after their initial rise to fame. The group problem. The group seemed set for long-term success, but behind the scenes, cracks were already beginning to show. One of the most significant sources of tension within the group was the past romantic relationship between Robbie Pardlo and Claudette Ortiz. The two had dated throughout their high school years, which created a complex emotional backdrop for their professional collaboration. Their breakup before the formation of City High meant that unresolved feelings and past issues lingered, adding an underlying strain to the group's dynamics. Adding another layer to the story is that all three members attended the same high school. Ryan Toby, who graduated a few years before Robbie and Claudette, had already made a name for himself in the music industry by writing hits for major artists like Will Smith. His entrance into City High was a turning point for the group, bringing in a seasoned songwriter and performer who could elevate their sound. The trio's shared high school background initially seemed like a strength, providing a common bond and familiarity. However, the pre-existing relationships also meant that personal history and professional ambitions were intertwined in ways that could be both beneficial and detrimental.
Me and you, bro, let's link up like we used to.
So I go, and he was like, come stay at the crib. So I go stay at his house in Philly. And
the success of City High's debut album set high expectations for their follow-up. However, as work on the second album began, the group's internal dynamics shifted dramatically. Personal issues, particularly Robbie Pardlo's struggle with alcoholism, began to interfere with their ability to function cohesively as a group. The emotional fallout from Robbie and Claudette's past relationship also added to the strain, complicating their professional interactions. Ryan Toby, despite his previous success and professional demeanor, found himself caught in the middle of these tensions. The camaraderie that had initially fueled their creative process was eroding, and the group struggled to recapture the magic of their debut effort. By the time they were supposed to be working on their second album, City High was a group in turmoil. The personal and professional issues that plagued the members made it difficult to maintain the focus and collaboration needed to produce another successful record. The second album never materialized, and the group's momentum stalled. Their rapid rise and sudden disappearance from the music scene left many fans disappointed and puzzled. Ryan Toby, reflecting on the group's dissolution, pointed to several factors that contributed to the end of City High.
you know, I was off doing City High, and they were off being Dre and Vidal. So we had lost contact for a while. And when we reconnected, Dre was like, yo, man, I got this.
In an interview, he said, "We did a second album. It wasn't as good as the first album. It was a little rushed. There was some turmoil in the group, and the vibe and chemistry were off. We decided to walk away." This statement highlights the struggles they faced in trying to recreate the success of their debut album. The rushed production of their second album, combined with internal conflicts, led to a lackluster effort that failed to capture the magic of their initial work. The chemistry that had once fueled their creativity was no longer present, making it difficult to maintain the group's cohesion and enthusiasm. Claudette Ortiz's account of the disbandment provides deeper insight into the personal challenges that contributed to the group's downfall. Ortiz had a romantic history with Robbie Pardlo, dating him when she was 16 years old. This relationship, however, was complicated by Pardlo's long-standing battle with alcoholism. According to Claudette, she had to distance herself from the relationship due to Robbie's struggles with addiction. She explained, "I dated Robbie when I was 16. We got into the group, and I had to leave that alone because he struggled with addictions and things like that to alcohol." Robbie's addiction was a significant issue that had been affecting him since he was around 15 years old.
I was just working all the time. And after that, after we came out when I was 18, I had my first son when I was 21.
Despite warnings from her sister about Robbie's problem, Claudette was deeply in love and chose to ignore the red flags, hoping that their relationship and her support could help him overcome his addiction. However, addiction proved to be a formidable opponent, consuming Robbie's best qualities and straining their personal and professional relationship. Addiction is a powerful and destructive force, and in Robbie's case, it leads to severe consequences not only for himself, but also for those around him. Claudette revealed that she endured both physical and verbal abuse as a direct result of Robbie's alcoholism. This mistreatment took a significant toll on her, both emotionally and physically, making it hard for her to continue in the relationship and, eventually, within the group. The struggle with addiction that Robbie faced created a toxic environment that affected the entire group. The friendship and mutual support that had initially brought them together were overshadowed by the personal demons that Robbie battled. While Claudette Ortiz has shared her perspective on the group's internal struggles, Robbie Pardlo offers a different account, shedding light on the complexities of their relationships and the events that ultimately led to their downfall. Robbie Pardlo acknowledges his struggles with alcohol, but challenges Claudette Ortiz's narrative of abuse and torment. He asserts that while he did have a drinking problem, the situation was not as one-sided as it might have appeared. Pardlo states, "Yes, I did have a problem with alcohol, and that was somewhat correct." Okay, but if it was that bad, why was she still around all that time? "I am not Ike Turner. I didn't beat Claudette every day. I didn't torment her. No, no, no. We got into a couple of arguments a few times when both of us had a couple of drinks. I may have had more than she did, and we had more." This perspective highlights the mutual nature of their conflicts, suggesting that their arguments were worsened by alcohol, but were not solely a result of his addiction. Pardlo emphasizes that their altercations were occasional and typically occurred when both were drinking, rather than a constant pattern of abuse. One of the most dramatic and defining moments in the group's disintegration, according to Pardlo, involved a shocking discovery of infidelity. Robbie recounts an incident that occurred while the group was on tour, which he believes was a turning point in their relationship and ultimately contributed to the group's breakup. Pardlo explains, "We were on the road. We were in San Antonio or some shit like that. We were on the road. I was reaching out to Ryan. I had no clue what was going on. We pulled up at the hotel, getting ready for a show, and I was looking for Ryan. I went to his room. He wasn't in his room. Claudette and I had tension or whatever because we were fighting. But I had no idea what was going on. I went to Claudette's room and knocked on the door. No answer. I heard some voices in there. I ended up kicking down the door. We had to pay for this door for this Best Western, and I ended up kicking out the door. They were in bed together." This revelation of Claudette and Ryan being together in such a compromising situation was a significant blow to Robbie. The incident not only worsened the existing tensions within the group, but also created an irreparable rift between the members. The betrayal felt by Robbie upon discovering Claudette and Ryan together added a layer of personal animosity that made it difficult for the group to continue working together professionally. Ryan revelation. In response to Robbie Pardlo's claims, Ryan offered a different perspective on the situation, particularly regarding Robbie's treatment of Claudette Ortiz. According to Ryan, the romantic relationship between him and Claudette was inevitable given Robbie's behavior. "Robbie let Claudette go. You don't treat a little girl like that. You're blacking out on her at parties, cussing around in front of everybody. You're getting drunk. That was a cold piece of work, way before the group." Ryan's account suggests that Robbie's behavior was a significant factor in Claudette's decision to distance herself from him and eventually become involved with Ryan. He describes Robbie as frequently getting drunk and acting inappropriately in public settings, which created a toxic environment for Claudette and further strained their relationship. The romantic entanglements and personal issues among the group members created a highly charged atmosphere that was detrimental to their professional collaboration. Robbie Pardlo's struggle with alcoholism was not just a personal issue, but a public one, affecting his behavior at parties and social events. His blackouts and verbal outbursts contributed to a hostile environment that was increasingly difficult for Claudette to endure. Robbie's family eventually staged an intervention to address his alcohol addiction, highlighting the severity of his problem. This intervention shows the extent to which Robbie's addiction had spiraled out of control, affecting not only his professional life, but his relationships as well. The involvement of his family indicates that his condition had reached a critical point, necessitating immediate action to prevent further deterioration. The relationship between Ryan Toby and Claudette Ortiz evolved naturally over time, with Claudette stating emphatically that there was no love triangle involved. There was no love triangle. Years had gone by, and then naturally, I got closer to Ryan. He was my best friend, and we fell in love. We knew the scrutiny. We knew what people would say and the taboo about it. But I chose to follow my heart, and I don't feel like I owed anybody anything. I don't owe an explanation. I'm only explaining because I've been slandered. Claudette's defense indicates that her relationship with Ryan developed after her relationship with Robbie had ended, highlighting the emotional and temporal distance between the two events. Despite public perceptions and rumors, Claudette felt justified in following her heart, even though she was aware of the potential backlash and scrutiny from both fans and industry insiders. The development of Ryan and Claudette's relationship and their anticipation of a child together significantly influenced the group's dynamics during the production of their second album. Robbie's difficulty in maintaining his professional commitments during this time is evident in the lackluster performance of the second album. Robbie struggled with showing up and putting in the necessary work for the second album. His alcohol addiction, compounded by the emotional turmoil of seeing his ex-girlfriend and bandmate with his close friend, created an environment where effective collaboration was nearly impossible. The resultant lack of chemistry was evident in the final product, leading to the album's failure to replicate the success of their debut album. The record label's attempts to mediate and help the trio work through their differences proved futile, as the underlying personal issues were too deep to resolve through professional intervention alone. The post-City High lives. Following the disbandment of City High, Claudette Ortiz and Ryan Toby continued their lives both together and separately, facing numerous challenges along the way. Claudette Ortiz and Ryan Toby married in 2004, a few years after City High disbanded. Their union was a significant step in their relationship, formalizing the bond that had developed during their time together in the group. They went on to have 2 boys, building a family amid the remnants of their musical careers. However, their marriage was not to last, and they divorced in 2007 after 3 years of marriage. After their separation, Claudette faced additional challenges, particularly regarding their housing situation. The family home, located in Atlanta, became a source of stress and difficulty during their separation. Claudette recounted a particularly trying experience when their house was robbed. "Our house got robbed. He was here in California, and I was in New Jersey, but our house was in Atlanta. We were already separated and had someone staying at our house until we figured it out. When that person left, our house got robbed. I had to go down there, clean out the house, and do all that other stuff because Ryan was in California. We lost our house, and then we went through the divorce." With Ryan in California and Claudette in New Jersey, managing the situation in Atlanta fell solely on Claudette's shoulders. The robbery not only resulted in a loss of property, but also showed the instability and uncertainty in their lives at the time. Claudette's responsibility to handle the aftermath of the robbery, coupled with the impending divorce, added immense pressure to an already strained situation. Claudette's move to New Jersey after the divorce represented a new chapter in her life, one that involved rebuilding and seeking stability for herself and her children. This period was marked by a struggle to find her footing, both personally and professionally, in the wake of significant upheaval. Claudette Ortiz's post-City High life has been characterized by her relentless pursuit of financial stability and creative fulfillment. One of her notable ventures was her foray into the culinary world. Claudette launched a food catering business, showcasing her skills as a chef. Reflecting on this period, Claudette mentioned, "I have my little hustles, of course. You know, I have little businesses that I do. I'm also a chef, so I used to have a catering company." Her catering business showcases her versatility and determination to carve out a new path for herself.
Sometimes when I was on the road, sometimes like Interscope would say, "Yeah, such and such, like some such and such ball player sent flowers here for you," and we would just
However, balancing the demands of running a business and raising her children proved to be a monumental challenge. Claudette had to make tough choices, prioritizing her family over her entrepreneurial aspirations. But doing that and taking care of the children is impossible. "I had to sacrifice and let go of my businesses and focus on entertainment. At one point, Claudette even contemplated a drastic career shift by considering joining the Air Force. This option showed the lengths to which she was willing to go to ensure financial stability and security for her family. Claudette's life took a turn when she received an opportunity to join the reality TV show *R&B Divas*. This platform provided her with a way to stay afloat financially and maintain her presence in the entertainment industry. While reality TV provided a steady income, Claudette was candid about the financial realities of such work. Being a reality TV star pays the rent, but it doesn't exactly scream financial security. It's not life-changing money, so you're on your grind. R&B Divas allowed Claudette to share her story, connect with fans, and leverage her talents in a new format. However, the financial compensation from reality TV was not enough to provide long-term security, pushing her to continue hustling and exploring new opportunities. Claudette's talent as a singer has never been in doubt, and she has continued to make music even after City High's breakup. Her collaboration with Wyclef Jean on the song Two Wrongs showcases her enduring vocal prowess and artistic appeal.
Would you listen to my song?
This track, along with her other musical endeavors, highlights her ability to create compelling music and maintain relevance in the industry. At 42 years old, Claudette's journey has been marked by a series of highs and lows, surprises, and personal growth. Despite the challenges she has faced, she remains a respected figure in the entertainment world. With an estimated net worth of $300,000, Claudette has managed to navigate the often precarious nature of the entertainment industry and maintain financial stability. Throughout her journey, Claudette has remained steadfast in her commitment to her children, often prioritizing their needs above all else. She acknowledges the challenges of balancing a career in entertainment with the demands of motherhood. While the breakup of City High was marred by personal and professional turmoil, both Ryan Toby and Robbie Pardlo have managed to carve out successful paths for themselves in the years since. Robbie Pardlo's journey after City High has been one of recovery and reinvention. Now 44, Robbie has made significant strides in overcoming the personal demons that contributed to the group's breakup. Recent reports suggest that Robbie is clean and healthy, having successfully battled his long-standing issues with alcohol addiction. His journey to sobriety has not only improved his physical and mental health, but also allowed him to rebuild his life and relationships. Robbie's focus has shifted towards his family and music production. He has found a new sense of purpose in producing songs and making music on his terms. Although he may not have reached the same level of commercial success as he did with City High, Robbie's passion for music remains undiminished. He has embraced the freedom that comes with independent music production, allowing him to explore his creativity without the constraints of the mainstream music industry. Ryan Toby's career did not end with City High. Rather, it evolved and flourished in new directions. As a successful songwriter and producer, Ryan has worked with a wide range of renowned artists, contributing to numerous hit songs that have topped the charts. His collaborations include work with Usher, Chris Brown, and Mary J. Blige, among others. These collaborations have solidified Ryan's reputation as a talented and versatile figure in the music industry. Ryan's contributions to the music world have not gone unnoticed. His success as a songwriter and producer has translated into significant financial stability, with an estimated net worth of $3 million. This financial success is proof of his talent and hard work, as well as his ability to navigate the often unpredictable landscape of the music industry. Is there a possibility of City High's comeback? The idea of a City High comeback album is something that fans have speculated about for years. While there are no concrete plans for a reunion, the enduring popularity of their music keeps the possibility alive. Fans continue to cherish the hits that made City High famous, such as What Would You Do and Caramel, and there is always hope that the trio might come together again to create new music. Despite the group's relatively short-lived career, City High left a lasting impact on the music industry. Their songs, known for their storytelling and real-life experiences, continue to resonate with listeners. The themes of their music, addressing social issues and personal struggles, remain relevant and poignant, ensuring that City High's legacy endures. What do you think of the City's High disbandment and likely comeback? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Did you like this video? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more entertaining videos. And do not forget to explore our other videos for more interesting stories and insights.